Welcome back, everybody. President Obama raised quite a few eyebrows the other day, I believe it was Sunday, when he said, quote, if a Republican member of Congress is not punished on Fox News by Rush Limbaugh for working with a Democrat on a bill of common interest, then you'll see more of them doing it. What exactly is he up to? We were scratching our head. We're trying to figure out what is this all about. We already know where he stands on the Second Amendment. He wants to trash that. Now he wants to go after the First Amendment. What do we do? We keep an eye on you, President Obama. We just want to make sure that people, in a fair and balanced way, understand where you are, what you're up to, and let them, we report, you decide, you know? Isn't that okay? We just thought so. Rush Limbaugh had something to say about it. Listen to Rush.
Barack Obama said if it weren't for me and Fox News, that he wouldn't have any opposition. If it weren't for me and Fox News, the Republicans would be totally content to agree with Obama on the Democrats on everything. And then everything would be fine. Everything would be fixed. Everything would be okay.
Hey, Bob, so just if that pesky old Fox News and Rush would get out of the way, I'd have my way.
If I could go on the record as saying that I disagree with everything you said there, I want to go on the record. I don't think Obama's trying to trash the Second Amendment or the First Amendment. I think to pick out Rush Limbaugh and Fox News is probably doing both Fox News and Rush Limbaugh a favor. It's probably not a good idea to do it. I have no idea what he was thinking when he did it, except that, you know, it was one of those things that happens when you think you win and you take too much into your victory. And
it's kind of a flippant statement that he kind of just...
I think it was one of those statements that you wish you had back.
Let's take a look at Mary Landrieu on the Senate floor, no less. Listen to Mary Landrieu.
I am not going to keep cutting the discretionary budget, which, by the way, is not out of control, despite what you hear on Fox News.
Hey, Dee, so now we got the president, and now we have a senator on the Senate floor calling out Fox News.
But it's actually not the discretionary budget that is out of control. That's actually the one that's being squeezed because the non-discretionary spending on entitlements is actually out of control. So you might want to check that. I find I think that they want to get conservatives riled up, and I find it just bemusing. That they think that it's really going to get under our skin, that they're like Fox News. They have this Fox News derangement syndrome. And look, I'm willing to be persuaded. If somebody has great policy and they can show me that the facts from A to B, that this is how we're going to get there and this is how we solve a problem, hey, bring it to me. I just have not been able to see that. They need an opponent rather than having solutions. So I think that I just laugh about this. I don't think that we should get our feathers all ruffled.
Feathers?
Feathers?
Yeah, that's all right.
Are you a duck?
Yeah, I'm a duck. If they were trying to hurt my feelings, it worked. I am devastated that
crying all day.
I have been sobbing into my pillow. You know, it would be great if the president imagined our real enemies of Fox News Channel. I mean, imagine we'd do so much better with Russia and Iran if he actually imagined them as Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity. It's kind of childish for him. I mean, I keep expecting we're going to find out he's going to TP our offices at 3 a.m. and send a stack of pizzas to Studio D that we didn't pay for. But you know what this thing is? When you work in the media, and you're a conservative or a libertarian, you understand this. You sacrifice popularity for your principles. You miss out on parties, you miss out on awards, you miss out on promotions and opportunities that go to people that are way less talented than you are. And that's because what we're living in now is a political version of high school. The cool people get rewards, the uncool don't.
So cool.
And the Mideast is a tinderbox ready to go at any second. There are 25 million Americans who are out of work or underemployed. People are jumping over the border in droves, but the president has a problem with
It's a distraction. That's exactly what it is. Look, his policies haven't largely gotten us where he said that they would get us. So I do think he's trying to do a lot what Bill Clinton did. He was his best, but by that I mean Bill Clinton, when he had an enemy to define him. I think that's what he's trying to do with Fox News. If I were one of these other media outlets, I would be very embarrassed that I wasn't called out. I mean, how can you claim to do your job and cover the president when the only people he can find, talk radio and Fox News Channel. And we don't have the video, but today the Daily Caller, there was a reporter who tried to ask Senator Bob Menendez a question about the alleged reports that he patronized underage Dominican prostitutes. And when they asked him the question, his press secretary jumped in and said, "You sit there and you can be quiet now." And I say this not to bring up the alleged patronization of Dominican underage prostitutes, but because that is their attitude. That is their attitude towards anyone who asks them a question.
Anyone who asks a question,
sit there and be quiet.
Good.
And that's what they're trying to tell Fox.
I think that's terribly unfair.
Okay,
and
hold on,
I think to leak that about Menendez is the Daily Caller. That's a rag that goes out and says stuff like that. With no
guys, thank you very much. Let's take a look at how the mainstream media is hard-hitting journalist mainstream media. 60 Minutes. Listen how Steve Croft defended the softball interview he gave to Mr. Obama and Hillary Clinton. Watch.
I think he'd like 60 Minutes. It's, we have a huge audience. We have a format that suits him. I think he knows that we're not going to play gotcha with him, that we're not going to go out of our way to make him look bad or stupid, and we'll let him answer the questions.
Bob, it wasn't long ago that people were afraid of Mike Wallace walking in, kicking the door down with a camera and a microphone, and they're worried about a 60 Minutes interview. Now it seems like President Obama picks up the phone and says, "Hey, Croft, can you get here 60 Minutes? Give me a hand here. I need to get something out there."
Yeah, I can understand why people feel that way, but I will say, can I just say one thing? I just can't let this go. Mary Landrieu is exactly right. Around this table, we've made fun of the discretionary budget and said that it was a wasted money and made the implication that it was contributing to the deficit. So
no, it's a non-discretionary, Bob.
That's what I'm talking about, the non-discretionary budget.
But she said discretionary.
No, she said it was the non-discretionary. I thought she said non-discretionary. Okay, she said discretionary. Okay. And Croft, frankly, I'm not sure. When his response, when he was asked a question about this, I thought it was reasonable, which is that he had 30 minutes. Was he going to be able to get into a bunch of foreign policy issues, or was he going to find out what people really wanted to know about, which was how did these two get together? What were their discussions like at the beginning?
That's what people really want to know?
Yeah, I do. I really believe that people wanted to find out what they were. They think they want to know a lot more about that than they did about what's going on in Syria. I mean, it's too bad, but they do.
I wasn't suggesting Syria was the question that Croft asked. Maybe a Benghazi question. I'm not sure. But softballs.
Yeah, I mean, Steve Croft summed up why 60 Minutes is 59 minutes too long. We've seen harder-hitting journalism on the backs of cereal boxes. The only way that love fest between Hillary and Obama could have been faker is if they went skeet shooting together.
It's more fake.
Yeah, more fake?
Yeah.
It's faker? Thank you.
Last thought?
Well, 60 Minutes has been known to point out hypocrisy and inconsistencies. And there was plenty to choose from the testimony from last week just on Benghazi alone. I think if they called me up and said, we want you to come do an interview with the president and Mrs. Clinton, we're going to offer this to you exclusively, we'll give you 30 minutes. I said, well, I can't actually do my job in 30 minutes, so I'll take a pass. Why didn't they do that?
Last thought. Last word.
Well, I would say, I suppose they could have done that, but I still believe that people did want to know. It was the first time you see two of them together, and there were a lot of questions. They ran against each other in a heated battle, and they became the two most opposite people working together for success, I think.
He actually did throw him a very, very soft ball on Benghazi, and the response had to do with somebody screwing up in the government, and both of them collectively laughed.
You were going to get
that. No, Bob, they both laughed, which I thought was a disgraceful response.
Well, but you're going to get those answers are going to be fixed. I mean, I do think the idea of what she said to him and what he said to her when he asked her to do this is interesting.
No, I think that you got to give Croft credit because originally Obama wanted the whole thing done in a hot tub. And he said, no, that's going
We draw a line.
We draw a line on the hot tub.
I got to leave it there.